Okay guys, thought I'd make another video. This time I have my whole kit kind of nearing completion. There's a couple things I want to switch out, but for the most part I thought I'd make a video just show you what I'm currently running. This is kind of what I'd like to run for one of the next Milsim West events. So I'll get started and start with my head. For my head, it's a Dragon Red large size airframe replica, and it is in tan with a Cry airframe cover, and it has go ahead and take this off. Actually, it's got the Cry precision rails on it, and it has the Peltor adapters and Comtac 2s. These are the non-Comtac 2s. Apart from that, it has the Team Wendy cam fit and the Team Wendy pads. I think these are the Epic Air pads. It has a Wilcox L4G24 mount. This is a replica by FMA, and I have my OpMod Spark Core. On the back here, we have a replica mattress strobe. Not sure who makes this one. I think it might be Element. Then we have an FMA V-Light, and then we have a counterweight pouch. Forget who makes this, but it's a multicam. It's supposed to work with the Maritimes and ballistic helmets from OpsCorp, but I've had this kind of jerry-rigged to work on this maritime, this airframe. Up top is the Tactical Tailor Milsim West counterweight pouch or battery pouch. So this will have my battery when I'm running my GoPro in the daytime. And that pretty much does it for this helmet. Not much really on it that hasn't been on it before. The only thing that's new is this, I would suppose. So I'll go ahead and put this down here, as this is pretty heavy. One thing I will say is the counterweight does help a lot with stability on the helmet. Before the counterweight, I would run the nods and it would kind of bob forward from the weight of the nods. But after the counterweight, it kind of stays balanced, which is what it's supposed to do. And you can take out weights and change weights out as you see fit. So it's really tunable to what you want from it. I guess the next logical step would be to go into my gun. So I'll get a little closer here. It is a Crytek LVOA, which I have customized to be kind of like a hybrid between an LVOA and a 416. And I have kind of tricked this 416 out to be kind of CAG-esque, I would say. It's the closest thing I could say to what I wanted from this. So I'll go from the front and I'll work my way to the rear. Up front is a Angry Gun a SOCOM 556 suppressor, and it is connected to the barrel, which is connected to this rail here. This rail is it's Big Dragon or something like that. Anyways, it's an SMR rail for 416. And I have next to it a dual pressure switch for the light and laser. This is a Night Evolution version. And I have this replica KAC front sight, this Haley Strategic Thorntail mount, which is jerry-rigged onto this Night Evolution M600 with a night vision IR light cap on here. And let's see, behind that here is I believe this is an Element. Yeah, I think it's Element, the LA5 PEQ box. And let's see, here is the EXPS3-2, I believe, with a G33 magnifier with it's a flip to side, and underneath that is a rear KAC style flip rear sight. Other than that, everything is stock. It's got the stock barrel, stock hop up. Everything works fantastic on the Crytek, so I have left everything internally the same. The only thing I really changed is the upper, which was kind of a bitch to fit, but it got on there and it's working decently well. I'll still have to push some pins back inside because I was messing with this earlier and getting things kind of the way I wanted them to. So hopefully this works out well. I'm going to be fielding it before I take it to Milsim West, just to fine-tune a couple things and get this reticle here, this magnifier, set it into the red dot. I'm not sure if I'm going to take this replica EOTech. I don't know. I switched over to Real Steel Optics, and kind of going back to this, it doesn't really, it seems counterintuitive to me. So not sure. I'll have to play this and see how I like it. If it's a decent enough replica, which From the looks of it, it's relatively bright for a repro, so I may end up running it. Very heavy is one thing I will say about this gun. A lot heavier than just a stock LVOA, which is longer than this, but it's a very heavy setup. So that might be something I might be moving around. Oh, this one thing I forgot to mention: the sling is an old school Faro Concepts AOR1 sling. Very hard to find, so I ended up keeping it, even though it doesn't really go with the kit. So we'll go from uniform. Actually, top is a Cry G3 uniform shirt, and it has Milsim West tourniquet, kind of kept in the pocket there for easy access. The little red tabs did give away what it is if you go to Milsim West events. So there's that, and then I have a IR flag on each side here. This little tab here, these are earplugs. I had a case in the last event where someone got right next to me with a AR blank fire rifle, and he screamed, "Close your ears!" And by the time I looked at him to kind of discern what he had said, he started firing it off, and it hurt a lot. So ended up just keeping these in here just in case if a helmet's not on me or whatever, I can just rip this off and then put my earplugs in. So it's there, it's very low profile, out of the way. You don't really know you're wearing it, so it's a good idea if you go to those events and don't really have any kind of ear pro. So next up, I'll go to the plate carrier. This is I believe it's an Emerson I believe. Emerson JBC 2.0, which to my surprise is a very, very, very good replica of a real JBC 2.0. As you know, on my older videos, I have owned a JBC 2.0, and getting this one here, it's pretty identical. There's a little caveats that are a little different, such as the coloring of the stretch fabric here, which isn't a very big deal. It's only a big deal if you're cry or die, which I used to be, but financially it's better not to be. So moving on from just that, up front is just the M4 flap, just the Molly flap, and I have attached to it three 330D style M4 mag pouches, each holding one M4 magazine. To the side of it, I have the Cry styled large GP pouch. This holds, for now, a couple random things. I have my GoPro and some gloves and a tag grenade in there. For the events, I'd like to hold all of my key grenades in here. Any kind of tag rounds that I may obtain will all be held in this pouch here. It's an easy pouch to get into. I just didn't want to really open it, just for having to put it back together and everything for the sake of the video. Just pull this tab and then just yank on this right here, and it'll open the whole flap up. So it's pretty convenient, and it's good enough to where everything won't kind of fall out if you kind of pack it all in there correctly. So it's a pretty good pouch to have. Behind that is a Cry Precision style SPS 6x6x3, I believe, GP pouch, and that has a replica SSE bag, funny enough, and my real Cry SSE bag. So it's got two bags in there, and then behind here, I don't remember what exactly is in here, but it's just random things that I need on the field. I think it's batteries and dead rag and things like that. So that pouch is pretty out of the way. Don't really use it a lot. It's just kind of there if I need it, just because it is kind of an awkward position. It's more or less for people to kind of get in there and help me grab something if I need it. So going on this side here is a Cry Precision style SPS M4 mag pouch. I think this is the M4/Embedder. I can't really remember the designation for it, but it holds two M4 magazines. Behind that is a Cry Precision style pistol pouch. Got two of them here. One of them holds a speed loader, and the other one is empty right now. Usually I'll throw lighters or a multi-tool or something in there. So that does it for the front and the sides. So let's go to the back here. The back is a replica Cry Precision zip-up panel. This one has smoke grenades in the back. I flip it up for you, but it's kind of hard to get, so kind of what the point of this pouch is to have something back there for your buddies to grab. So it's got room for 6 smoke grenades or thermos or whatever you can fit in there, depending on what kind of brand you buy. Some of them do fit in there. I have Enola Gay smoke grenades in here, and they fit perfectly. Perfect size to fit in there. They're very snug, so they won't be falling out anytime soon. On this back pouch here is just all the necessities that I would need out on the field for Milsim West. It has medicine for stomach aches or nausea, things like that. Anything that you might need out in the field while you're not home, or you're not able to access things in your car. So just anything that I would need in case of emergency, or just little bits and bobs of things I would need back here. And they're easily accessible by a friend, and it's all compartmentalized, so it's all kind of easy to grab. So that does it for the carrier, I believe. I will be throwing a hydro in there. Just didn't have one for the video. I do have one. Just need to go put it on, but for the sake of the video, I just thought I'd leave it as it is. Just keep everything a little more streamlined. These shoulder pads, these black tabs are replica ABS pads. I threw them on just because the stock 2.0 pads don't have these Hypalon routers, or excuse me, these little routers for cords or for hydro tube ladder. So I threw those on there just to have them, and they add a little bit of padding to what these will have, so a little more comfortable. Up front, just a USA patch and 2 Sharpies with fine point ends to them. They act as double. One side is the regular Sharpie, and the other side is the fine point. So we'll move on to my belt line. This is a Small Gear Cry precision styled low profile belt. The reason you see these orange tabs on here is because these belts are sized for little people, and I'm not a little person, so I had to modify these and kind of route them towards the ends, and there's no Velcro on the ends, so I had to stitch them up here and just tie them in there. So it works for now. Snug fit, the way it's supposed to be. So it might look like it's small, but this is kind of how you want it to be. It's not going anywhere. It doesn't really move around, as you can see, and it's comfortable for what it is. So we'll go ahead and look at it. We have a Eagle FB type magazine pouch for Glock mags, and a Kydex M4. Just a Kydex, I guess. It's not really a pouch, but it just holds one M4 mag. It's kind of a bitch to get out. It's made for real AR-15 magazines, but these airsoft ones will fit in there. It's very snug, a little more snug than I'd like, but fits in there and kind of out of the way. It doesn't really dig into my sides very much, so now it'll stay there. Back here is an LBX 9022B blowout pouch with nothing in it currently. At the last Milsim West event, I had all my medical supplies ruined in the rain, so could have done a better job of packing those down, but I didn't anticipate as much rain as there was at that event, so live and you learn. On this side here is a Cry precision gun clip, which did hold my Glock until I got a 6-second mount on it, which completely nullified the option of having this. Basically, it doesn't really do anything now, so I'll go over that in a second. And next to it is another of those Eagle styled FP pouches, but another Glock magazine. And here is the Cry precision styled the frag grenade pouch. So that's pretty much it for this line. I'm going to be moving things around here just because I don't have everything that I want in yet. So these two magazines will be going on this side. This Kydex might be going away just because of how thick it is. It takes up a lot of MOLLE real estate on here, and I don't really need this pouch. So it would save some weight. So there's that. So go ahead and, I forgot to mention, this is a Cry precision jump pouch right at the front of the plate bag here. So Cry precision AC combat pants right here with Cry precision knee pads And Outdoor Research Gore-Tex gaiters. These gaiters are very, very nice. They keep the rain out of your pants. And if you're moving through brush and things like that and it's wet, it's kind of annoying to have things kind of scraping you as well. So these are perfect for protection against thorns, scrub, anything that would really scratch you up. And those are attached to Solomon XA 3D GTX Forces. So these are like the military version of the 3D GTX shoes. It just means that they have military-esque colors. These particular ones have like a camouflage pattern. It's kind of similar to Woodland, but not really. Kind of like them, just for airsofting. Don't really like to wear them outdoor, wear them out in public, just because they're kind of flashy in a way. So I think that's pretty much it. I've kind of gone over all of my kit. If there's anything I missed, let me know. Still trying to get over a sickness, so forgive me if I'm coughing a lot. This thing I did forget to go over, which is a good thing I just remembered. It is the Glock 17 made by Storm Airsoft Arsenal. It's a very, very, very nice Glock. It was only $80 from Shooter CB Gear, and I'll go ahead and get closer to you to show off. And it was a very, very good deal. Forgive all the grime on here. I kind of lubed it up, and it's been getting rid of all the Chinese gunk. So as I've been using it, it's kind of been spilling out all that excess stuff. On it, it has a red dot. I'll go ahead and move that there so you can kind of see it. Hopefully it is able to pick up, but it has a red dot sight, similar to a T1. And it has this ALG Defense styled 6-second mount, along with the base plate down here. And it has a Surefire X300 Ultra by Element, I believe. And that is a very, very, very bright light there. And it has a magazine that it comes with that is full metal, and it has the +2 Glock bumper, which kind of just adds, I think it adds a couple rounds if you take out the follower in there, but for the most part, just for looks. It works out very well with this mount here, as it is I'm able to get a magazine out and in a lot quicker as opposed to the ones that are flat. I have another magazine here that is flat and it's plastic, and this is a lot harder to get out of this than this one here. So pretty thankful that it came with all the things that it did. It's fully traded as well. It's kind of got some stippling in here, and these grooves in here are indented a little more as well. The stippling that they did with this is very interesting, as it looks kind of like a mesh, kind of like a wire mesh that they put on top, as it was melted, and they just kind of formed it and then pulled it off. Don't know, that's kind of how I would explain it. They also took this out so that you may press the button a little easier. So it's just kind of like a fake stippling that they did. It looks kind of cool, and you can really tell that there's a difference in that grip. So that's pretty much it for this Glock. It's got that gold barrel, which is kind of cool. I'll be using it at Milsim West with a 6-second mount holster from Advanced Holsters. Once that comes in, I'll make another video and kind of show you guys how that works there. So I'll go ahead and set this down. A couple other things before I end the video. Actually, let me check real quick to see how much time we got left on here. Yeah, we got a little bit of time left. I'm going to show you this. This is a Buddy's carrier. It's a Rasputin CPC. This is a great little carrier, size medium. If you like CPCs but don't really want to spend the money on a $755 carrier, go ahead and pick one of these up. They're very, very, very similar to real CPCs. It feels almost exactly the same to the one I used to own. So for $200, which is just a fraction of the cost of what a real one is, I would definitely pick this up. Very comfortable, a lot of load bearing capabilities, and they're approved by me for Milsim West, so if that makes any difference to you. Another carrier that might be interesting to get for you, just to try out, is a Rasputin ABS. This, unfortunately, is the 2015 version, so the zip-on panels don't work on this, and a couple things are wrong, like these black hydration routers here, and things like this. But for the most part, it's a really nice carrier. It's very light, a lot lighter than the CPC, while still being modular. So if anything, this ABS is more modular than the CPC, but it's also lighter. So there's an option for you there. And last but not least, just wanted to do an update for the pack that I use. I have a Kelty, I think it's a 50-liter pack, and I have a replica of the HSP little pack that they have, the D3CR or something, I forget what it's called. Also have my sleeping pad, and that's routed through this strap here. I'll need to find a little better way of doing it, but for now it works, and it keep everything where I want it to be. This is easily removable. I can take this off the main pack and use it as a little sustainment pack or whatever I may need for it. So that's basically it. Nothing really new other than the things I've just shown you. I'll be putting all the little last bits and bobs of my kit together, and I'll probably make a last video, but this one kind of covers most of it, so we'll have to see on that one. But until next time, if you have any questions, just leave them in the comment section below, and have a good day.